Hello students, welcome back once again to my math session. In this session we are going to learn about the exercise 12.1 in the applications of trigonometry chapter. Now we were dealing with this chapter in the previous session. Right, those who have not watched them, just click on the I button and get the concept and the introductory part of the applications of trigonometry. And also I would like to remember that you have to have a brief knowledge of the trigonometric ratios, trigonometric identities, trigonometric values, all of them, right? So do watch the videos of the trigonometry before starting this, right? Now in the previous session I have done only one problem of exercise 12.1. Now let us continue the remaining problems in exercise 12.1. All these problems are based on the applications of trigonometry. See, I've been stressing in all my video lessons to you students that the introductory and the concept part of any chapter is very important. Okay, you know the concept, then you can easily solve the solutions, right? So do watch the introductory part. Now the second problem I'll read out for you in the textbook, exercise 12.1. the second problem: a tree breaks due to storm and the broken part bends so that the top of the tree touches the ground by making 30 degrees angle with the ground. Now, the distance between the foot of the tree and the top of the tree on the ground is 6 meters. Find the height of the tree before falling down. Now, these are all verbal problems. We have to understand the problem. So, read the problem twice with concentration. Visualize from the problem the diagram we need to visualize. Now, given in the problem, a tree is broken due to storm. Right? Now let me suppose tree means erect, right? Vertical to the ground. Now let me suppose this as a tree. Okay. So due to storm it has broken somewhere. Let me suppose this. So the broken part, this part here, it is broken. The broken part touches the ground. Okay, it has fallen down and it touches the ground. The same A here. The top of the tree, this part is broken and it touches the ground at some point. Okay, which is 6 meters away from the foot of the tree. That is given, right? So this part and this part are one and the same, isn't it? These two are one and the same. Why? Because this part is the broken part which has been touching the ground and it is making an angle, the angle given as 30 degrees with the ground, right? This information is given, and where is the broken part fell? It is 6 meters away. Okay, it is given as 6 meters away from the foot, right, from the ground. So this is 6 meters. Now here asked the height of the tree. Height of the tree is complete AB. Now if I suppose this AC, A to C is the broken part and this is the remaining part. We have to find the total height of the tree that is given. So what I did, I have visualized the problem in the form of a diagram. This part is very important. From this, what is given, what is to be found, easily we can find using the trigonometry. Right. Now here, when you are telling about tree is vertical to the ground. That means it forms naturally 90 degrees, isn't it? So if you see here, CAB, okay, A, B and C is a right angle triangle. Now AC is the broken part, BC is the remaining part of the tree. The complete tree is this one, okay, the complete tree. This is the complete height of the tree, right? Now we need to find this complete tree. Let me suppose this as H. This is the remaining part, and let me suppose the broken part as X. Now we have to find X plus H. Okay. Now this part is same as this. This is AC. Okay. That broken part only. It is touching the ground at some point away from 6 meters away, isn't it? So this is x, this is x. Now we have drawn the diagram. Let us name here what we have taken. We also should name it. Okay, AB is the height of the tree, which is equal to x plus h. We know that. Okay. Now let AC equal to x is the broken part. So I am introducing this. You can keep PQ, RX, YZ, anything, but you have to introduce them. Okay. So AC is the x, which is the broken part of the tree. Broken part of tree. Whereas BC is equal to H is the remaining part. After it is broken due to storm, the remaining part of the tree. So clearly we have to find x plus h. So it is asked that we have to find the height of the tree. Now see the right angle triangle. Okay, in the triangle A, B and C, or CAB. Okay, now here there are two unknown terms, x and h. This is, when you are considering the right angle triangle, this is the hypotenuse, and from this angle, if you see, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side. So given is one adjacent side and one angle. Now we have to find the hypotenuse and the opposite side. So one after the other we will find out. If you want to find a hypotenuse, the given thing is adjacent, we need to find hypotenuse, and the angle is given. When adjacent and hypotenuse are considered, then we have to go for cos. Cos is a ratio between adjacent and the hypotenuse. Okay, right. In triangle ABC, cos 30 degrees is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. That we have to mention. Adjacent side of 30 degrees by the hypotenuse. Right. Now adjacent side to 30 degrees is 6 meters. Hypotenuse is x. Right. Now what is cos 30? Cos 30, if you bring it into the complementary of cos 30 is sine, isn't it? So sine 60, right? Sine 60. Okay. No need of mentioning it. Cos 30 is sine 60. Okay. Sine 60. The value of sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Likewise, bring it into the sine functions and you can write it. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2, since sine 60 is root 3 by 2. That is equal to 6 by 2 x. Okay, we want x, so bring this x here and this. Just cross multiply. Root 3x is equal to 12. 6 to 12, isn't it? So x is equal to 12 by root 3. So the x is nothing but the broken part, isn't it? Here it is hypotenuse, but that is the broken part. So you can further simplify. You can write 12 as 3 into 4, isn't it? By root 3. So that comes again 3, you can write it as root 3 into root 3, isn't it? Root 3 whole square. Root and square root and square get cancelled and 3 is remains. So root 3 and root 3 into 4, right, by root 3, so that you can cancel it off. So it comes to 4 root 3 meters. This is the broken part. Now I want the remaining part of the tree. Now the remaining part is the opposite side. So how do I get the opposite side? When adjacent and opposite means you have to go for tan. Now let us consider the tan. Tan 30 degrees is equal to opposite side to 30 degrees by adjacent side to 30 degrees. Now here tan 30 degrees is sine 30 by cos 30, you can write. Cos 30 is again sine 60. Sine 30 is 1 by 2, root 3 by 2. Cancel of 2 and 2, you get 1 by root 3. Like that you can do it in the rough part. Or else you can remember tan 30 is just 1 by root 3. If you don't remember, write it as sine 30 by cos 30. Again cos 30, write it in the form of sine 60. So place the values of sine, and if you cancel off, you get 1 by root 3. Right. This is equal to opposite side to 30 is 6 and adjacent is 6 and opposite is h. So this is equal to 6 by h. So cross multiply h into 1, if you get write it here, h into 1 is h is equal to 6 root 3. Right, see here, opposite by adjacent, sorry, here I have to write here opposite is h by 6, and if again I write it here, h by 6. So cross multiply, if you cross multiply you get root 3 h is equal to 6, right? Again h is equal to 6 by root 3. Now we can further simplify. 6 you can write it as 3 2s are 6. So again 3 you can write it as root 3 into root 3 into 2 by root 3. So 1 root 3 you can cancel it off. It comes to 2 root 3 meters. This is the remaining part of the tree. That is h. H is the remaining part of the tree. X is the broken part. So what finally we want? So I'll write it here. Height of tree equals to x plus h. So that is equal to, we got 4 root 3 plus 2 root 3. So that comes to 6 root 3 meters. Further also you can do it. See, root 3 value is 6 into 1.732. Okay, multiply it and write down. This multiplication part, if you do it here, 1.732 into 6. Let me do it here because we don't have any space for the rough part. 6 2 is 12, 18, 19, 42, 43, 10. Okay, after 3 digits that comes to 10.392 meters. This is the height of the tree. Okay, do not stop it till 6 root 3. Also you have to simplify further. Root 3 value is 1.732. Okay, that is 10.392. So by simply applying the trigonometry, you can easily find the height of the tree. Pause the video and note it down or take a screenshot. A contractor wants to set up a slide for the children to play in the park. He wants to set it up at the height of 2 meters and by making an angle of 30 degrees with the ground. What should be the length of the slide? Okay, now here a contractor in a park, he wants to set up a slide at a height of 2 meters given. So at this height he wanted to make a slide. Slide, you know, you will be playing, you all students will be playing in the gardens and the parks. Okay, so he wants to set up a slide, and that slide is making an angle of 30 degrees, isn't it? Making an angle of 30 degrees. So at a height of 2 meters, and this is the slide. We want to find the slide, length of the slide. So that length I will suppose it as x meters. Okay, here only given this and this part. So let us name this A and B and C. Okay, AB is the slide. Let this be x meters. Okay, now I have visualized the problem. I have drawn the problem using the verbal question. Okay, so visualizing the problem, drawing a slide, the contractor has made a slide at a height of 2 meters. Okay, what is the length of the slide? If this slide is making 30 degrees with the ground, that means this is here. Now if you consider this, because the slide, you know, like this, and it will be erect here. So this is 90 degrees, this forms a right angle triangle. If this forms a right angle triangle, these are nothing but this is the hypotenuse, this is the opposite side and the adjacent side. Okay, now given opposite and the hypotenuse. Now hypotenuse we need to find, opposite is given. So we have to use only the tan. Okay, in triangle ABC. Okay, you can also mention AB is the slide. Okay, is equal to x meters. So I am supposing the slide is x meters. That I need to find. Now tan function. Why we are not taking sine and cos? Because sine involves opposite and hypotenuse. Okay, right. We should not take tan. I'm sorry. Here we have to take the sine function, because see, sine function only involves opposite and hypotenuse, whereas tan function involves opposite and adjacent. Cos involves adjacent and hypotenuse. Okay, so we have to go for only sine function. right? Sine 30 degrees is equal to opposite side to 30 degrees by the hypotenuse. So we should not take the tan, okay, because the adjacent is not given. So now sine 30 is clearly 1 by 2. Opposite side to 30 degrees is 2 meters, and the hypotenuse we need to find, that is x. So cross multiplying x into 1 is x is equal to simply 4. So 4 meters is the length of the slide. Therefore, length of the slide simply is equal to 4 meters. Pause the video and note it down, or just take a screenshot. Let's see the next problem. The length of a shadow of a 15-meter high pole is 15 root 3 meters. That is not 5 root 3. Just make a correction. That is 15 root 3 meters at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then what is the angle of elevation of the sun's rays with the ground at that time? Okay. Now given, now from the problem, this is the fourth problem, right? Now given that 15-meter high pole, okay, drawing the diagram, visualizing the diagram is very important part. Okay, here 15 root 3 is the pole, 15 meters is the pole, and the shadow. Let me suppose this is the sun. Okay, here it is, there's a sun here. Let us suppose there's a sun here at 7 o'clock. That means in the morning, 7 o'clock, the shadow formed is here 15 root 3 meters. Okay, now in the textbook it is given 5 root 3, but not that. It is 15 only. Why? Because in the morning the shadow will be equal or just a little bit more. Okay, so that is a correction. That is a 15 root 3 meters. This is a shadow of the pole, right? Now if you join these two, now what is asked? What is the angle of here? This angle of elevation, okay, to the sun's rays. So here angle is asked. Now here given the adjacent. If you are considering this as like this is a right angle triangle, let me suppose AB is the pole and CB is its shadow. Okay, so AB is the pole. Given pole is 15 meters. Okay, now BC or CB, you can write CB as the shadow of the pole. Shadow of the pole, that is equal to 15 root 3 meters. Now the angle we want, isn't it? Now here the given are adjacent and the opposite. Okay, now if adjacent and opposite, then you have to consider tan. So tan theta here is equal to opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta. Okay, adjacent side. So that comes to 15 by the 15 root 3. Opposite is pole, adjacent is the shadow. So 15, 15, you can cancel it off once. So that comes to 1 by root 3. Now we got that tan theta value is 1 by root 3. Now as we know the values, trigonometric values, which tan value is 1 by root 3? Obviously it is 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees is equal to 1 by root 3. Right. That means therefore theta, the angle of elevation, is clearly 30 degrees. Right. So which value is 1 by root 3? Tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3. So theta value is 30 degrees. Quickly pause the video and note it down. Let's see the next problem. The fifth problem. You want to erect a pole of height 10 meters with the support of 3 ropes. Each rope has to make an angle of 30 degrees with the pole. What should be the length of the rope? Okay. Now to erect a pole of the pole is 10 meters. Okay. To erect a pole, they are taking the support of 3 ropes. Okay. We have to find the total length of the rope. Okay. Let us find the length of one rope. Then we will multiply it with 3 so that we can get the total length of the rope here. And each rope to make an angle of 30 degrees with the pole. Now if you see this diagram, we can draw it because see 3 sides the ropes are tied so that the pole is erect. Okay, so that means somewhat a 3D visualization. Okay, three-dimensional visualization. That 3D we cannot draw it. Okay, so this is a pole. Let me suppose this as a pole, 10-meter pole. To support this, there are 3 ropes. So let the length of rope is x. Okay, x. Now where can I draw the other? I can visualize the third one. I'll draw it out. So we have to visualize that 3 ropes are tied to erect that pole straight. Okay, so this is the pole, and the other one, let me draw it like this. Okay, so here, this is the other one, dotted one. This is also x. Okay, 3 poles. Just visualize it. We cannot draw the 3-dimensional figures. So let me name this. If you visualize, okay, let me name this as AB as the pole. Okay, some C, D and E. So AC, AE, AD are the ropes, right? Now let those ropes, the length of that each rope is x meters. So we want 3x. Okay, the total length of the rope. Now here, if you see here, if you visualize, since the pole is erect, that is the opposite, isn't it? And all that is the opposite side. And the rope here, that will become our hypotenuse. Okay, and is the angle given here? Right, 30 degrees. It's making an angle of 30 degrees. Okay, all the 3, from this one, all the 3, we can visualize it as it is 30 degrees making an angle. So here this is the opposite, this is the hypotenuse, this is the opposite. Right, got it. If you visualize it like here, if you take a cos value, just see it is tied, isn't it? Cos 30 degrees. If you go here, see here cos, let us mention it in triangle A. No, we cannot write it because we cannot write it in a triangle because we are just visualizing it. So the pole, I'll write it, pole, let pole equal to AB is equal to 10 meters. Okay, now the rope, all these we can write, rope is equal to x meters. Suppose if you take cos 30 degrees, okay, 30 degrees is 10 meters by x. Okay, now here cos value, cos is adjacent by the hypotenuse, isn't it? So just visualize it, just practically. If you see here, you get this as opposite and this as hypotenuse. Not that, just visualize it. Okay, now you can also you can also write here as 30 degrees. Just we have to visualize that it is making an angle of 30 degrees here. Sorry, here 30 degrees. Okay, this is 130, 30, 30. So 3 ropes, 3 sides, 30 degrees. So this is the adjacent, this is the hypotenuse. Not here. Sorry, make this correction. This is not the 30 degrees here. Cos 30 is adjacent. Adjacent by hypotenuse, isn't it? So 10 by x. Now 30 degrees is sin 60. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2. That is equal to 10 by x. Now cross multiply. Root 3 x is equal to 20. X is equal to 20 by root 3. Okay. Now this is only one rope, but if you want the length of complete rope, that means 3 ropes, isn't it? 3 ropes are tied, 3 ropes. So that is equal to 3 into x, that is equal to 3 into 20 by root 3. That comes to again 3, I can write it as root 3 into 20 by root 3, right? So that comes to 20 root 3. Further also you can simplify here. Yeah, how do we simplify this? 20 into 1.732. So that comes around, so let me do it here only. 732, multiply it here. This is a rough part, take it as rough part here. Into 20. So all this comes to 0, 4, 6, 14. 2 ones to 3. So that comes to 34640. So 3 digits, that is 34.64 meters. That is the total length of the rope. Therefore, length of the rope is equal to 3464 meters. Right, I'll repeat this because there's more of visualization in the diagram. See, the diagram I've drawn it, but this is not the actual one. A pole, to make it erect, there are 3 ropes tied, okay, in the 3 directions, right? Now we need to find the length of the 3 ropes. Now we'll find the length of one rope, and this rope is making an angle of 30 degrees. Here not 30 degrees, here 30 degrees, because the pole and the rope is making an angle of 30 degrees with the pole, not with the ground, okay, with the pole. So here 30, here 30, here 30, 3 ways, 3 sides, towards 3 sides 30 degrees. So let me take one triangle once. Okay, if you take one triangle 30 degrees, here this is the adjacent, the pole is adjacent, whereas this is the hypotenuse. Adjacent and hypotenuse, I have to go for the cos. So cos function I have used, I have found one rope length and I have multiplied it with 3 ropes. We got it as 34.64 meters. So in this way we can calculate easily the application of trigonometry exercise problems. With this we will end the class, and in the next class we will continue the rest of the problems. Thank you all.